As we gather in this place to showcase deeper knowledge and dimensions in leadership, we pray, God, that you open our minds to understand whatever knowledge that we get from this place. Bless our facilitators as well, and guide and protect us. We pray this trusting and believing in the awesome name of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Thank you so much. As I said earlier on, we are going to have an introduction. We have a number of schools that already amidst us. By names, we had already received Arua Technical Institute, wherever you are. Kanisa for recognition. You're most welcome. We already have Flamingo Vocational Technical Institute, who is already amidst us. Wherever you are, can you stand up for recognition? Thank you so much for coming. We have Edufe Girls Secondary School. Can you stand up for recognition? Thank you so much for coming. We have St. Joseph's College Ombati. Wherever you are, you can stand up for recognition. Thank you so much for coming. Again, we also have St. Charles Luanga, who is already amidst us. Wherever you are, can you stand up for recognition? Thank you so much for coming. We also have Westnile Nursery Teachers Training College, who is already amidst us. Wherever you are, as you can see in front of us here, we have our officials around who will be taking us through this program. You are all welcome, the officials. We are very grateful, and it's our pleasure to receive you to Arua Technical Institute Ragem. And at the same time, we also have our overall coordinator for this program, who has traveled all along from Kampala, and he has tirelessly been working with us. We welcome you. We are very grateful for all these efforts.
I'm very humble to stand before you, and I know many people are wondering, as short as he is, I think that's a call. My name is Enrico Bonic. I happen to be the son of soil. In Westnile, there is one thing we had forgotten, of which I would like to disclose to all of us, that a problem of youth is either parents, government, or perhaps even the teachers. We hate our teachers, we don't like our parents, and even the government. But we have forgotten one role that we are supposed to play, which can transform Westnile, and even Westnile will shine across the globe. So it is in that case that we are like, if we keep quiet, this thing continues. Because as I speak now, Westnile is not there on the map of Uganda. I don't mean the drawing map, but nobody even considered Westnile. We are either known as people who fight, and we are strong people who can change words. I've gone to so many places, and even because of that, people who come from Westnile, once they reach there and learn some small Luganda, they cannot speak it. Instead, they'll be like, I am not someone coming from Westnile. So they only appear when something good comes. But I always tell them, whenever something good happens from bad place, it is recognized. And if you only want to work for the things, or if you only want to eat the things that people have worked for, every day you will eat and thank them. But if you could work harder and the people eat something that you have created, they will thank you. So we need to understand. Because for me, I thought the cleverness of one alone is like swallow well that soon dries up. What do I mean? If I am the only clever person and I do not maybe transit to others, in case something happens or I go mad, where will the community be? See? So it is in that case that I was like, no, I can mobilize. We went ahead, I was like, guys, let's say we shall have free application to TVET institution because we need people in TVET. Indeed, we are doing that. I went up to ministry. I was like, please write for me the letter. I want to mobilize the northern Uganda for TVET application. I'm not asking money from you, but I will do that part. I was given a letter and I could move. Those of you who knows me, I've been to some radio stations, at least mobilizing people to join technical education. I do not stop there. We are like, also there are things that we must do. Career guidance is what we lack most. We do career guidance because we live life of others. You cannot do anything when somebody has not taught you or has told you. But you will go extraordinary when you read or you do things now, past years. Is when they will recognize that this person, at least now we can follow. In other words, in the world there is no constant wise person. That's why there are so many mentors. There's no, so in Westnile, these are the activities we design to empower young people in Westnile region. One, we do offer free application to TVET institution. Two, we offer 5 slots of scholarship. That one is both for UCE and the excellent performance at the, no, and the upgrading students. Those are junior people. We also offer free IT places replacement. It is very sad that in our region, whenever people are called for or they are sent to do IT, to do some practice in your place, people overcharge them. That's why we still keep spending money to other places, other technicians, other places. So at least we create for them free ice. This place should be for free and somebody can go. And it's not only applying to technical people. There are people who are in S4. They really finished but they don't have way to proceed. We still recommend such a person. You tell us where you want to go. We send you to that place where you will want to go. If you want to do civil engineering, we send you to the civil engineers. You work with them as intern. If you want plumbing, I will send you to the plumbers. You work with them. That's how we do it. For those who are in the P7, we're also designing a program whereby we want to at least purchase 2, like the basic workshop starting equipment for at least 2 welders. And after buying, we shall be giving them only 3 students every year. You will not pay us in cash, but you will train our people 3 every year. We are doing this thing out of our own. We also have radio talk shows. Most time you know what always happens in our radio systems, apart from playing music. There are no meaningful things. So we use such opportunities at least to bring awareness to the youth that we have something to do. So we use such opportunities to talk about education, TVET and the formal education. And also we have job connection. We have so far sent 10 people. This association has so far sent 10 people to World of Work. 5 plumbers, 1 driver. By the way, also we have sent 1 is a principal of certain school. We have sent 1 principal, and we have 2 people who have already opened their workshop for welding, and the one has already picked the tree, and the one has not yet finished yet. So those are like the achievement. So the purpose of everything that I've been saying is that, members, I want to talk to us directly, but I'm very sorry the number is not the expected one. But at least permit me to say this. If you could sit down as young people in the Westnile and we focus on the problem that affect us, there are many things we can change, even when the government is not coming in. There are very many things we can change, even when our parents are not helping us. There are very many things we can change, even when our teachers are not doing enough. Because the very teachers we are blaming, they have the same qualification of the teachers whose people are excelling out there. The parents, they are same, mother and the father. There is nowhere where father and the father produce a child. And we are all the sign of, or we are all product of 1 + 1 is equal to 1, not 2. Because we have father and the mother, and it's you, 1, not 2. That's the automatic multiplication. So therefore, if you could understand, I know thinking is very hard, because even this thing, for us to think, to thought of it, it was not an easy thing. But the only thing we need to understand is that what we are doing is not wrong. Perhaps the ways of doing it. Because there are things they always say, where common sense works, don't put prayers. And where prayer works, don't put witches. He rightly say that sometimes we tend to blame our forefathers that maybe they have done what. So we are trying to say, if they have made, or if they predict the world wrongly, we can do it, because we have been blaming them for long. I'm saying this because in every bad thing, Westnile is number one. In every good thing, he's not there. Why? Alcohol, Westnile is number one. Trust me. When go to Google, they tell you the first regional is Westnile. For me, I don't take, but how comes that I'm number one? Meaning you take on my behalf. So it is our responsibility to resolve it. In performance, we are worst, apart from the schools within city areas. You see? So that's why I was saying the cleverness of one alone is like a swallow well that will soon rise up. You can do whatever you do, but if you are the only person, there is no way that you'll be recognized. You see, because they want the number, big number. Third, we fight our leaders. In Westnile, we don't give ground to our leaders. A leader is when you give him a grind or point of reference, where you do best thing, so that leader, whenever he stands like this, like that one is from me. So there is no need for explanation. But for us, what we normally do is to fight our leaders. That is our principle. He made one mistake, you assume you know everything. You know more. You begin to fight the principle. You begin to fight a teacher. You begin to fight your colleague. My friend, do you know how many years it takes for one to become a teacher? You see? And whenever they call us, you know, Westnile, the basic needs are still clothes and the foods. But in other places, it is not. And if somebody want to win, or want to do something greater, and they want to steal your mind, just call for a disco, bring some foods, they eat, they tell you everything. That's why they're using us as a tool to grow other places. You are wise people, but you don't know where to apply them. You can easily say like the egg, just like a hen leaving the egg for other things. Because you give it some feeds here, goes there, and then you pick the egg. Because it doesn't know that after that the egg is supposed to come up with another hen like it. So it does lose like that. So therefore we need to also create a foundation for our leaders. Whereby even if they go wrong, we still have point of reference. We can give them direction. Because once we begin to send them the clear message that this is not the way things should go, they will get back and see the point of reference on how to adjust. And therefore we all grow. In that such case, we don't need jealousy. Because in many times, yesterday when my boss was telling me, when people are very many, decision making becomes so hard. And I agree with him. If Jesus could select 100 as disciples, there was going to be no decision making for him. And he only chose 12. And out of 12, up to date, the world is rebelling him. And most of them, they died as saints. But I want to assure you, he who become a saint is not, his preaching doesn't come from saint. The same priest preached in the church, and then the way you pick and implement makes you the saint. All the saints, and even if you could take, I just give a simple example. In Uganda matters, there are no many priests if they are there. But most of the people are not priests. But now they are saints, and we celebrate them. So I am therefore encouraging the young people in Westnile that if that is the way we think, that maybe the ruling government is doing bad, or our parents are not the good ones, or our location is bad, trust me, from today, you should remove that mindset. In the world, we are all given names. After name, there are some values that adds. in that value, it is either the bad one or the good one. And if I may ask, what is the difference between we and the future? Those are the questions you must be asking. That is the time. See? And whether you like or yes, the time is going. And we define ourselves in terms of the time we use. If you spend your time wrongly, trust me, you will never be a better person. And there is no better decision you will make if your decisions are wrong from start. Because the only thing you will implement is the decision you have maybe done up today. You can be more intelligent than your father, but you can't be more wise than your father. Reason being, your father has seen a lot of things that you have not seen. And the wisdom, what such thing is like the collection of experience. But you can be more than you can be intelligent. I mean intelligent, you can know so many things, but you know when to apply. Because you don't apply everything like from here you inside, you do what, but you know to how to inside. But you're not supposed to use it here. That's what they call intelligent. You use them selectively. So therefore, if that is the case, because even I propose that we should have a debate today, but since we do not value time, and we are not going to have it, because as I mentioned, as a leader you must keep time. Because there are people who value time than even you. By that, like keeping time, you mean you value the person, you value the event, you value everything that's going to take place there. But if you don't value time, possibly you'll be missing. Because there are things that comes once and they go. And I believe those who missed must have missed something greater. Because some of these things comes once and they go forever. And you look for it for the like entire life. And such things, I always tell my people, decision made that leads you to regret. A decision made in 1 hour, a second, out of emotion. But decision that will lead you to entire lifespan and you enjoy is when you collect and you sit. And maybe even if you are defeated, you go to somebody you consult. What could I do? And as a student, we have something called moral disengagement these days. Is where we can do wrong things, but we have the justification. And we try to prove that we have the evidence of the things. That I am not wrong. As yet you know you are wrong. Trust me, in this world, you can lie everyone. But there are two people you cannot lie. One is yourself. The second one is your God. Time will come, everything will be exposed. I know how fast lie goes, but truth reveals slowly. And once it comes, it makes trust. I know, as a Westnile, maybe we might have made the wrong choice, or we have not interpreted our world very well. But time is now. We are the younger people that we've been waiting for. So if your road has been hard, let's work hard and simplify. Wherever you will see things didn't work out to the younger people, leave. By the way, if I'm to ask, what determines your age? Who can respond? What determines our age? Is it the height? Is it the body? Success. Somebody else? Time. Okay, what else? The actions. Who else? I think that guy is almost. The only thing that determines your age
It's maturity.
is the decision and the action. How you do your things. They are younger people.
Maturity.
Therefore, if you are very old man, they say you are behaving like a boy. They are not simply saying you are a boy, but they are simply saying that what you are doing does not suit your age. So that's what determines our age. The way you speak, the way you do your thing, the way you take actions determines your age. Otherwise, other things, they are normal. You can if you say height, you go to Western Uganda, you find someone of 12 years is almost at my age, at my height, I mean. So those are the things. So also this girl president of Arua Technical Institute, this may stand for recognition. This is the man who cannot easily give up. Though we are stuck, always tell you we shall look for ways of getting there. Please resume your seat. I have Norman. There is a man called Norman. Norman, can you stand up? Where is he? Yeah, Norman is one of our colleagues. He has sometimes he works, he has a contract. He also helped our young people. We have a man called Anguyo. Anguyo this year has taken 3 people from our association to train at 0 cost. Now we want to also write memorandum of understanding to our district engineers so that they can take our people. We have space where we want to fix our people, so that in 5 years' time, Westnile is still not requesting labor from Kampala. What is that they can do and we cannot do? So plus other people, as you see them, they are here. I'm very privileged and honored because of you. And I will be happy if we met Westnile brighter in 5 years' time. With this, I permit me to stop here for God and my country.
This institution was founded way back in the early 80s. This was an institution which sat together with Ombachi College. But around the reform time, where education period 79, 78, government took some reforms in education to separate what they call technical education from the mainstream line education. Hence, the breakaway part of TVET, or the technical vocation, had to leave Ombachi College. But that is where we started from. As per today, this is a new institution called Arua Technical, which has the facilities different from what was there at that time, and also the programs offered here. We have 7 programs. That is automotive mechanics, we have fashion and design, we have electrical installation and system maintenance, we have plumbing, we have woodwork technology, we do building construction, we do machining and fitting. These are all industrial related training courses. If you are a person who reads the government program, the NRA manifesto, the National Development Plan, I think 4.3, it emphasizes one pillar, key pillar is the infrastructure development in the country. And all the programs I've mentioned here fits into that parameter. So for those who are coming from the TVET institution, the Technical Vocational Education and Training, please do your best. Work smart and achieve, so that the world of work can be able to grasp and prepare you to come. For the others who are coming from the other mainstream education, the secondary side, I think you are most welcome to enroll here after your senior 4. Don't take it as what many people say, it's a by the way. It is no longer a by the way. It's a very competitive platform that you need to get the correct grade to join here. And when you start from here, you go further. You go from here, national certificate, you go for the national diploma, and then later you can go for either higher diploma or you go for the degree course. The government has enacted a new law, TVET 2025, and in that TVET policy, we are going to establish a polytechnic university so that you can streamline your academic, your training, TVET skills along that line. You can start right from the junior technical certificate, you climb to national certificate, you go to the national diploma, and you go to a degree, and you can also get a master's degree. We cannot equate a diploma from TVET with a diploma earned from an academic track. These are 2 different things. If you need to learn to do anything practically, that is what TVET solves. I know there is a lot which will be said later, but as Arua Technical Institute Ragem, we are among the institutions we are championing the youth development across the country. The population of Uganda in the recent statistics, I think the youth makes the majority. I don't know whether I'm still a youth. I need to check the statistics. But if I'm a youth, then I'm a very youthful youth. And that's what I want all of you to be. And that's the purpose for why you have gathered here today. God created you not to become a useless what? Person. You only become useless by your own what? By your own choice. There is nobody who can go to a witch doctor or any place and makes you useless. It is your choice that you become what? Useless. It is by your choice that you become what? A useful person. I always ask somebody, if you planted maize in your garden, what do you expect to harvest? You harvest what? Beans. Do you get what I'm saying? When you plant maize, you expect to harvest what? Maize, not beans. But there are some people who will tell you, for me I planted what? Beans. Now you want me to harvest maize. That is not possible. So your future, you are the own captain and the ship to your future. Only what we do in the environment supports you to get to where you need to be. So don't blame anybody for you are not getting to where you have gone, your destination. So that's why the government has created a very conducive environment for the country, where people can freely interact, people can do training, people can try to make a livelihood. And that is the essence of it. So I urge all of you young people to become very constructive and not destructive. Because when you destroy, you cannot rebuild. You only end up disadvantaging yourself. So as Arua Technical Institute Ragem, that is what we champion. Our training courses are here for only 2 years. Now the curriculum has changed in the manner that as soon as you enroll here, you become a candidate for an exam. So in every academic year, we have 2 series of exams, July, August, November, December. Now these days, because you young people, you like football, so we call it the Premium League of UVita, which is already, I think the schedule is about to come out, and we are going to see. If you like Arsenal, you know where Arsenal is always on the table, and the other teams. So you look at the Premier League table properly and check where do you want to be on the table. Because this is what the world is about, competitiveness. And the world will never feel sorry for you, by the way. That's one thing you should know. The world has given you all the opportunities. And if you misuse it, the world is very ready to eat you up. And that is the reality of the world out there. Many of you are still living under the rooftops of your parents. So you might not know what the world is. But what your parents are doing now are preparing you to go and champion for your own self, and so that the world does not swallow you up. Because if that is done, then you are not going to be able to achieve. So I urge you, in this forum, which you have sat today, as Arua Technical Institute, we are not in charge of this. Only what we did is we have provided the hosting. We have given you the host so that this program can go, because we support and we want to champion this aspect of giving you a better mindset for yourself. So that when tomorrow we become non-youth and we are seated somewhere, then we know that we have left people who have critical responsibility to take this country to another level. So with this few, allow me to welcome you again and wish you the best in this interaction. Take time before you go here, before you leave this institution, move around the compound and look at the facilities which are here. So that next year, or wherever you go, you become the ambassadors of what? Of this institution. Not because you are not in this institution, but you are going to find another brother or sister somewhere and you tell him, you know, there's an institution called ATIR, Arua Technical Institute Ragem, where you can make your life useful. Because what I have seen there, I have seen this, I have seen that, and this is what they do. Encourage them to come for training, because that is the global trend towards skills development. And also take care of yourself. Don't become distracted, because we still need you alive. We have a lot of space and ideas in future that you people should be able to champion and live a better life for yourself. So take this opportunity after, not to leave this institution without knowing who the people are. We have the instructors are here. For me here, they call me as a team leader, but the ministry calls me as a principal. But here I work as a what? A team leader. I want to use those the vocabularies you understand better. Because the principal is just for, that is the employment they gave to me. But when I come here, those are my team members. We have defenders, we have goalkeepers, there are many, they are there. And they score very good goals, but sometimes they also score in their own net. So, but that is how we work, and this is how you young people should do. Work together with the community, work together with the people who matter, work together to change somebody in your life. So that the Greater West Nile region becomes a region where everybody is what? Looking forward to come and get things done from here. So allow me to thank all of you for coming, and I hope the ones who are on the way, they should arrive and not miss any information. I'd like to recognize my guild leadership. Mr. Guild President, you stand up. It was not me who chose him, because you might think we are the same height, so principal has said the Guild President should be the same height with him. No. This was a democratic process by the students. And the other guild members, would you please stand up if you are in the guild? So this is the guild leadership of this institution. You get it? Don't fight management as a guild leader. Don't look for opportunities to cause chaos because the students want you to cause chaos. That is the worst thing you can do. Because we always tell you that the government arm is very what? It is very long. So if you try to cause chaos within a structure which government has set up, then you will not be helping government. Also yourself. So the best thing to do, even if that day they have not cooked food, don't fight. Because I understand my brothers from the other, there's a time when they fast for 40 days, they don't eat, and they are still alive, even more healthy than when they eat. So these are issues which come, but sometimes when there is no food in school, it's also an opportunity to test what they call resilience. The day you'll wake up as a parent in future and you have nothing to feed your children, then you'll see what it means to be what? Resilient. So I'm urging you as the guild leaders and the young leaders in the making. A situation which presents itself is an opportunity for you to create a learning platform. Because all the issues around many of these institutions you hear, it is either the teachers and the guild who want to fight management. But I've never had teachers fighting with students. Not so. The students are the ones who want to fight their teachers. As if they can become students. Maybe they want to become teachers and the teachers become students. I don't know whether that would be possible. So you go back later, sit and reflect on this. Because it is you who make your institutions what it is. And it is you who destroys the institution. As I wind up, I am told, because there is a distorted history somewhere, I think I'm the 7th or the 8th principal of this institution. So why am I saying this? That means your schools and your institutions are bigger than any of us. At a certain point, you are going to what? To leave. How are you going to leave? There's only one word which you need to remember. Live with a what? A legacy. You understand a legacy? Live with a what? A legacy. Leave a legacy which your footprint is there, positive. Leave a footprint in the institution which creates a generation for you to what? To remember. Not a generation where even people begin saying, how can I go and remove away this name because once my name was like that? For me, I'm blessed because a few years ago, I am from the Catholic community. The Pope looked for a name and he took my name, Pope Francis. You see? So the name Francis is not a cheap name. It's a name of what? A legacy. And by the way, if you see me, I'm a Pope. No, a Pope never dies. A legacy, can a legacy die? A legacy never dies. So that is what you need to do. So even if you have 1 hour to live on earth, leave earth with a what? With a legacy. So that when you reach the other side, your legacy what?
Remains.
Continues. I want to wish you all the best of the seminar today, and even beyond today. I want to find you as people who have achieved. Okay? I want to find you as people who have achieved wherever you are. Don't only think of achieving in what? In Arua. Look at your achievement on a global what? Perspective. There is so much you can do beyond Arua. The world needs you everywhere, everywhere, in whatever you do. So don't have that mindset that for you, you are here to be here. No. You are here to achieve for the global perspective. That is what your mindset should be. I want to wish you the best, and may God bless you in all your future endeavors. We have something in Arua which we have not pulled out to the outer world. The responsibility falls back on us, the young ones. Good enough. You have everything within your powers, everything available on table to enrich and put this out to the whole world to see. What happens to us, young people, the hunger, the desire that comes from within us. What do we put out there? What do we want? Is most times underlooked at by us from Westnile. We don't know what we love what you call the bandwagon effect. Because he has done so, I will do. Because this area is well known for this, we shall always be that way. The perspective is, people from Westnile are always angry. They are ready to fight. They know they are stronger than maybe probably most of the people. In reality, which is not really. I don't know if people are getting me. So the whole point is, what do we want? What do you students want? Answers have been put in front of you by the various stakeholders, the various ministries. Everything has been put forth in your lane. Let me take example. People of Arua Technical Training Institute. You have every facility available to you within here. You have every possible way to become an engineer. But it all goes back to you. What do you want? If we look at the bigger picture and say maybe I don't want to be an engineer, but what can I do with the engineering certificate I have got? At least every department is being touched in every course you do. You also look at what is happening on the grounds. Appreciate.
Get yourself composed. Put in the hard work. Put in the sense of direction. Give yourself the target. Hit that target. You will realize that the time you have spent nurturing yourself to be the person you are was worth more than someone who never put that time to nurture themselves. Don't be a person who believes so much in luck, because luck will, of course, come, but not always. But if you establish yourself on hard work, you know, if I put effort in this farm, it's going to yield me what? Maize. You understand? Let us be composed. Let us give ourselves the assurance that everything can be better. Let us not have a target that what is best is what my neighbor has. But maybe what is best is what someone in China has, someone in Ukraine, someone in USA, someone in a better developing country. I don't expect to see your competition to be Arua Technical versus maybe Bachi versus Deaf Girls. You understand? Maybe Prokia versus Ushindi. You know, Money Girls versus Deaf Girls. You see those competitions? Like, those competitions, okay, they are good on regional level, on your district levels, yes. But when you go up there with your papers, you have seen these things. The very best person in our class goes there and is looking like the most average. Now you start saying, was this guy really the best amongst us? Or was it that we were all dumb and he was the sharpest person amongst the dumb ones? Effort, hard work, energy, sense of direction, composer, hitting targets that are right, giving yourself time will lead you to an ultimate success, and you will one day be a financially responsible person and come back through the gates of your former institutions as mentors, as public speakers, as people who are respected in the community. The time is now to decide that fate, by the way. The time for dating is there. The time for doing other things is coming. You people. The people you are seeing right now, you want to marry them. I will not lie to you. Let me give you a past heartbreaks. I know the pain comes automatically. When someone says, you want to marry this one, yet the hard work you put needs extra thinking. Extra. Yes, I've chosen this field of engineering. So what? If you're an engineer, so what? You're going to pass next to me as a procurement officer for you, an engineer, and I'm still not fearing you as an engineer. What have you given us that is so different that will make me respect you? Nothing. You're doing what others are still doing. You're boasting around villages, building those village houses without a plan. Your work is just to raise the walls. You know how to change the tires of a car, but when I bring you the engine, you are, no. Wait. The tap is broken, you are like, what? This one cannot be fixed. Maybe let me first consult. You are literally not understanding the dynamics of what you have done. You don't know what to add. Unfortunately, this is the community we live in now. Most of us, after here, of course, there are barriers, access, but we don't look for the access still.
Be that person who's going to be at the steering wheel. Be at the frontier. I want to encourage you as being the young leaders, let us be at the frontiers. Sometimes I get perplexed when you move outside the country and you look at yourself, sometimes you get yourself as being the only one from Westnile. And when you meet with the other African leaders, young leaders, I have participated in a couple of spaces that I have been in. I have got an opportunity to share with so many. I had an opportunity to traverse. I had an opportunity to meet with many intellectuals. But you still challenge yourself. Where are we heading to? Where are we as Westnilers? Let us rise up. It is never too late to do the right thing. I want you guys to have a goal. Have a vision for yourself. Have your personal goal. You have your mission. Those are the things that are going to drive you. At the end of the day, let us work hard. You're not going to be beggars for long. Today you're a student. Tomorrow you're going to become a parent. Your children will start disturbing you, asking from you. Today you might think that you want to give hard life to those who are in the management. Tomorrow you'll be a leader. You'll face all these challenges. I want to encourage you. I want to beseech you that let us be intentional. It is your future. You start it right now. Do not wait for tomorrow. Let us go back and change the mindset of our students. Let us not be known for causing commotions, chaos all over. Last time I was hearing Ombati, Mvara, and we had recently here Cornerstone. Why do we strive for? And as being the leaders, we should not stampede strike. Those are the things that we must control. Some time back, students from here in this institution went on rampage. Why must we advocate for strike as being the student leaders? Invest in education, that is the only tool that is going to change your situations there. There are many who are not going to school, but you have an opportunity to sit in class. You have an opportunity to lead. Use that as an opportunity to create a change for God and my country.
It's always patience that keeps us going. There's nothing that we gain minus sweating. A man was cursed that you should first work, then your success comes. So let us work upon that line. We shall always see our success. And I hope the decisions that we have made right now, these are good decisions, and we shall be able to see our success tomorrow. Thank you so much. In a very special way, allow me to welcome our ONSA representative, coordinator for Arua City Schools. Wherever you are most welcome.
As the representative of the National Council of ONSA, I bring greetings from our NEC chairman, who sits at Legacy Towers, Minister of Education. When I shared with him, he's indeed delighted. I'm sure we're going to say a lot together. I want to bring my communication on a few areas, but I want to start with the leaders. I was reliably informed that we have student leaders amidst us, both from the technical part and the secondary schools. Their speakers, I want to comment and say that if for us to have people who are going to work in this country well, it comes from the leaders we have here today. As UNSA, I want to stand to say the ability of these leaders to work well in their schools is going to be one of the characteristics of having good people for this country. Even if our sister institution, ATIR, has good and capable students, but if the leadership among the students is not right, we end up in chaos, and that is not what we want as ONSA. Allow me bring to our attention that many times as ONSA, we have been faced with challenges of unrest in institutions, and these unrests have been anchored from the point of our rights, which they want to attach it to the constitution of ONSA. My dear student leaders and the guests at large, please, as ONSA, we do not want to associate ourselves with that kind of narrative. That there's no food. As UNSA, you are responsible to fight for the right of the student. The student has been sent home for school fees. You are the UNSA chairperson, you must fight for the right of the student. That as UNSA, we do not encourage such. Because before UNSA, institutions existed. And we work under the institutions, though we use our constitution. For example, in Article 3, in the Constitution, Article 3, subsection 11, it clearly states the roles of ONSA. One is to advocate for the rights and the interests of students with disabilities. But I think many times that word right there has been misinterpreted, that we are fighting for our rights. That is not the right thing to do. Instead, we encourage you to work hand in hand with the student, meaning with the administration. If you work well with administration, you have higher chances of even coming back to the institution where you're working. I want to recommend in a special way your president for ATIR, Palia Tadeus. You can stand up a bit so that to raise you. He was my prefect. He worked under me as a patron when I'm in St. Joseph's College, Umbaji. I taught him in senior 4. You can sit down, thank you. The level of discipline and cooperation he has as a leader has still propelled him to greater levels today. And these are the kind of examples that I want to show to us. It may not only be him. Some of you are already moving higher, but we want you to maintain that level of discipline. It always puzzles me when I get calls from the institution heads and say, your own sons are saying this is their right. This is their right. Please, that is not the way to go. When you have, for example, let me say the secondary schools, when you have prefects and you have ONSAs, there is no government within a government. That one I hope they will correct it. You cannot exist as ONSA independently and you want also the school prefect to exist independently. Work for the good of the institution. You work for the smooth running of the institution. That is why you're created there. Many times we realize there's a lot of conflict between the prefects and the UNSA. You want to show that you're the president yourself, you are the head prefect yourself, you're the head girl yourself. That is not the right thing to do. Instead, you are misleading and misguiding the rest of the students. So that is one thing that I feel today I must be able to pronounce, and that we can be able to. In many schools I've laughed that when you go to these institutions, you don't see the difference between a prefect and the UNSA, because they all follow the same rules and regulations of that particular institution, and that is what is expected. So when many times I want to say this to the prefects and the student leaders of the institutions, I always say, if we see any uprising or any violence in institutions and schools, my first eye always goes on to the prefects. Because you are the first people who know what is down there. If you're not going to cooperate with the management, you don't expect the principal to know what is happening at the end, extreme end of the kitchen. So coordinating with the principal, with the head teacher is always the key. But many times, we are the ones who also do the contrary. Remember, the law is very harsh on people who are supposed to uphold the law.
They sit down. You know, it's a great feeling when you hear that, right? Yes. When you just, because this is that, you feel it. Some of me, like me, I was not picking anything, but I had some that spirit, you understand? It means you're loving your what? It means you're loving yourself, Senor. You're loving the land where you come from. You're loving the indigenous, your inner man. Because you will never change. Even if you go to UK, you remain what? Rugwara, Senor. You remain in Rugwara. However much you hold bachelors and masters of what? You remain what? Rugwara. But now, before you being at the highest level of what? And you love yourself. Because you can't love Uganda before loving what? Where you come from. Are we together? So it means when you sing that song, you'll forgive me, I'm very good in moving. I won't remain in the same area. It will really mean less when you really love you say you love Africa, you love Uganda before you love where? And how did we love? Okay. I've been seeing people with a lot of feelings when you sing that. How do you really love your land? Before you even, leave alone touching here and you sing, but how do you really love yourself? That's what I just want to talk about today. The reason why I'm here today, I met Bonique. Actually, he met me at the place where I work from. He shared with me something. Actually, it was like a support, what. So ask him, who are you? Because whenever I see you at the bank, it's like either you have commercial plan or you have a business. You understand? But this guy told me about the vision of the organization. And I was touched. You understand? I'm always very busy and I'm supposed to be in the office, right? But I decided, I was like, let me go and share with this. Because leave alone me become from Western Uganda, I'm a Ugandan. And you are? So what? A Ugandan. That's why I'm here. I've never been, I don't even paid
like to come here or even fuel. But I was just feeling it to come and share with you because today I'm in Westnile today. Tomorrow you'll be in my home village. Are we together? So it is my responsibility, your responsibility as Ugandans to build together this mighty Uganda. Are we together? That's why I'm here. So today I want to first talk about what we call the love. Are we together? Love? Are we together? Love. How do you call love in Lugard? Leta. What does that tuzungumeze leta? Are we together? Leta. First of all, what is leta? Huh? What is leta? What is love? Who can help me and share with me love? The way you understand it, Mama, how do you understand the word leta? It's a strong feeling that you have to someone or something else. Are we together? That is leta. That is love. That is what we are showing when we are singing the song of this land. Are we together? That was a strong leta. Huh? Are we together? Are we leta? Now, we are now after leta of this land. We have leta for the national level. Are we together? But remember, it's printed in two. We are from the communities. Are we together? Being a member of this land, we're from the certain specific families. Are we together? Are we together? Then the families too, from family to community. From a community, because now let's say Arua or this Westnile land, a community, our community. You understand? That's where we are born from. We are from a specific family. You're getting me? Now this Westnile will produce people like you and me and others to the specific level where Bonik is in Nakawa. You understand? Now, when his that side is representing this land, the love of this land will push him to this national level. And national level will push him to international level. Am I communicating? Am I communicating? One. For example, we have ever been, but I think others are very young people around. But people who are 18 and above, we believe there's what we call, if you have ever been with someone, still. But when you with someone, or love with someone, without showing anything, without showing that love to him or to her, it means you don't love. And we are all saying that we are loving this land, but what are we, things we are doing in Arua or this land, are we really showing that? Are we loving this place? It's just a mere question. We are claiming that we are loving this land, and we have sung that song with a spiritual and passion. And leadership comes from God. Trust me, if you've been called to come and serve, you can't hide. But now you've been called. What have you done as you? Because me, I'm telling you, 5 months that I've been here, wherever I see people, things are going to happen like sports. Why are they deploying army and police? That's my question. Why? Why is it always they deploy army and police? They don't even stop only deploying. After a game, we hear some bullets up. Why? I'm talking to the right people, right? I'm talking to the leaders. Sindio? When you're a parent at home, there's things that you're supposed to do to curb before happens. Sindio? I believe these students we are dealing with from different schools, we, the one leading these guys, and our communication matters. Why is it always deploying army and police during sports and other occasions? I had recently a certain waiting around and someone attacking the waiting day, guys. Anyway, that's not the matter. But my point is, why is it always deploying these people for what? Okay, let them be deployed for security purpose. After the game and other things, why do we always hear these sounds of gadgets? Why is it tear gas? Why is it the bullet? Why? I'm not part of that school, right? I'm not among the school. But I'm asking, why is it always happening? Why are they always shooting? Why?
Thank you so much. My name is Dusman Evelyn, outgoing UNSA speaker of the DOFE. Now, to me, why I think they always deploy the army is because to some extent the youth in our land have gone beyond threshold, where there is a moment in time that they fail to listen to their leaders. And so deploying the army who have the gadgets will put them in order. because they understand the presence of the army will align them by force.
Have you had the point, the last, by what? And a human being that telling you you've been led by what? I think you're seeing something, right?
Tough.
By force.
Come on, see.
I don't know whether by the time we're grown up from home, we could even put us some force, like that force of army on us. So in all, it is my responsibility, me and you. Because you talked about the word youth. You belong to that stage. I belong to that stage. Others belong to that stage.
Yeah.
It is my responsibility and you. To
Yes, this one is okay.
be among that cycle that's supposed to be in that. And what has been done as we. Because I believe the youth at your school, you're outgoing speaker, right?
Increase.
You may be doing, I'm not criticizing, you may be doing your work, but she may be not doing her work.
It should get the skin color.
Am I communicating, brothers? So the reason why I'm here today is that
the guy can move.
what is what you call ideology. The word ideology, it is sets of what? Ideas. Sets of what?
Taking our pictures,
And if you gather my idea and yours, you understand, combine these ideas together, we can get a solution. Are we together? Are we together? All of us. Allow me, Mr. Principal President, allow these people, we are going to dance together. There's a song that I want to dance together. DJ, we go. Let's stand up. I have seen the human stories. That one. It's Mama Jew. It's Mama Jew. Can even dance, that's no problem. Selector.